what I would love to see is like right in the middle of a pit of just Sea of Black is some dude in like a bright pink tutu and just rocking it, right. And like spiked, big old mohawk.
Yeah.
And people are, and he's just like, yeah, going for it. And people are, whatever, dude, go for it. Bright pink, bright pink Doc Martens, go for it. Sure, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Get it. Fucking doing the Macarena to the breakdown.
The bodies hit the floor. Welcome to Room 6, the channel dedicated to the local Las Vegas music scene and the people that make it, including these guys and me. At the time of recording, my guests are looking forward to their next show at Backstage Bar and Billiards on November 13th. That is probably going to happen after this post, but I will be there and I will do a review of that show, so make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on that. Known for being unorthodox and chaotic on stage while performing difficult written songs with precision, they have been reviewed with such gems as these guys are freaking badass and they're a good band, I want them back. No punctuation. Please welcome to the show, CirkaSik. Welcome to the party, guys.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Hey,
No
Room 6 is
worries.
amazing.
Dink. Interview's going great. All right.
Yeah.
So, before we get into introductions, something's wrong. I know. Movie magic. Wow.
Whoa. Hey, nice shirt. Thanks.
Oh,
Nice shirt. Hey.
Hey, that works.
So cheesy. All right. Welcome to the show. For anybody who doesn't know what the hell's going on here, thank you for watching. Also, this is CirkaSik. Please introduce yourself. Tell them who you are and what you do in the band.
What's up, guys? James Berry. I play bass. Writer.
Founding member.
Yeah, I was gonna leave that out, but it sounds like a dick. One of the only people still stupid enough to be around still. But my dude over here.
Yep, I'm new to the band. Joined in July. My name is Nix. I'm also James, but let's go by Nix. Keep things simple.
Too many goddamn Jameses. in
Right.
this world.
You're now Jim and you're Jimmy.
Yeah.
That's
Just
fun.
kidding. I won't do that.
Jimbo.
Better than Hembo.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, thank you very much for the shirt. If you want a piece of their merch, I'll have links down in the description. If you want some of this merch or the merch I was wearing before the movie magic, room6.shop. I've got all sorts of stuff. The weather's getting colder. I've got hoodies. I got beanies.
Nice.
I got mugs for hot cocoa. All sorts of stuff.
Hot toddies.
Great presents. In the meantime, moving on, we're missing some people, right? We're missing half the band.
Yeah, half the band.
We have-
They're not here. They're twats, but
But we love them.
I have 4/8 of the band here.
yes.
So we're missing Dustin and we're missing Tommy.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Tommy plays drums and Dustin plays guitar, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Does anybody else sing?
No, not really.
Two of you.
Yeah, just the singer over here.
Yeah, that's me actually.
Right on.
People put microphone stands in front of me, and I just kind of kick them around.
Nice. Typical bass player.
Yeah.
Right on. Now, after this interview, stick around. We're going to go ahead and have a little music video,
Yep.
kind of slideshow thing, tacked onto it. Definitely let me know in the comments, what you think about it, how awesome it is. But also, if you're a musician or you're in a band and you want to be on the show, whether reviewed, or interviewed, or both, come on over, drink my booze if you want, or not. I got other things. There's a link down there. Click it. Hit me up. Now then, moving on. Start with James.
What's up?
Start with Mr. Berry. You're former bassist at Dim.
Yeah, I played Dim.
Death in Motion.
I helped write their second album. Always really good. A bunch of good dudes. Family, really. We toured California and a couple other places. Had a good time. Also played in Clunk for a little while. We all dressed like evil clowns. It was fun, but kind of cheesy.
Not Insane Clown Posse, but
No, it was still metal music.
Nice.
With a bunch of other good people in that one too.
right on. I actually had a virtual interview with Wes.
Oh yeah, Wes. Yeah, Wes.
Yeah. Which you can
Good
see
friend,
here.
good friend.
Yeah, it was a really cool interview, and I want to get them in, but COVID was dumb.
Oh yeah.
So
Well, I know Nick moved to Colorado, so one of the guitar players.
yeah, that was part of the problem.
Yeah, one of the guitar players in Colorado now. But I don't think they're done. I think they're just on a hiatus kind of thing.
Yeah, there's another band that I did a virtual interview with, Hidden Scars, where Joel
Scars, yeah.
suddenly has sent me, I don't know how he's doing it, but he's suddenly sending me stuff to review.
Really?
Yeah.
That guy's a madman. I don't know him very well, honestly, but he's always writing, and he's very in-depth with all his stuff.
Yeah, the interview was in his studio. He was sitting at the desk. You could see all the stuff behind him, and it was like, as soon as the interview's done, he's going back.
Yeah.
Going back in, and I was like,
He's a madman.
So, James.
Yes.
Mr. Nixon. You're the new boy. Now this is your first time singing with a band since 2006?
Yep. And I played in a band with my brother and my friend from when I was like 14, 15 to about 22, 23, and we played all over SoCal. Before we could even drink and stuff, my dad would like pack our gear in his truck and drive us there, and then they'd kick us out to the curb,
Fond memories. I was 22 and the band was like 18 and 19. So the second we were done,
Get out of here. Yeah. No, we had a good time. I was a drummer at the time, and I would do backup vocals and stuff. And the band actually parted ways with me and my brother. Things got, how things get.
bands.
Yeah, but then they asked me to come back as the singer from like what was it? St. Patrick's Day to New Year's, because I had a bunch of show obligations. So I was like, hell yeah! And that was the first and last time I was a front man until now.
Right on. It's
doing a hell of a job.
You miss it. Like it's a drug being a front man.
Yeah.
There's something different.
It's fun, man.
I miss like the happiest I was I decided to take a chance, and I became the front man, also doing all the guitar in a three-piece. And as soon as I was able to be just a singer again in a jazz band, I was like, yes!
Yes, that's what I need.
And then
right here.
yeah, like suddenly I can work the crowd, I can just sing. And then right when we were about to do shows, what do you think happened?
Man, bro,
COVID.
Oh, damn.
And then some people moved because, well,
because of COVID.
well, yeah, really, because nothing's going on. A couple of years later, we're not doing anything, so
Yeah.
shame. Anywho, moving on.
Get back on that horse, man.
Yeah, I got some general Q&A for you.
Sure.
Number one, I gotta ask because I couldn't find anything online. Where did the name CirkaSik come from?
It was a funny thing. One of the original singer guy, he plays in People's Whiskey now.
Hey!
Punk band. Yeah, Jay Boogie.
I know that band.
Yeah, I love that band. They're amazing. Everybody in that band is great. We wanted to go by Sig My Manifest, and it was just too long. So we were like, okay, let's keep Sick though somewhere. And then
Wait. I'm sorry. You wanted to go by what?
Sick Mind Manifest.
Okay, can you explain about that?
I don't know. The original drummer guy, that was all him.
Like the SIK was just a word by itself?
Yeah.
Sick Mind.
Mind Manifest. Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, it was pretty cool, but it was just too long for a band, We thought anyway, but there's longer names, like my Life with the Thrill Kill Cult,
Yeah.
Just
the Bear
long.
Ones.
Yeah, exactly. Like sentence, but it was just too long. So we were like, all right, screw that. We'll keep Sick though, Sick something. And Boogie was like, how about Circa? And I'm like, CirkaSik. And I was like,
But with a K.
yeah, that's cool. All right. I honestly, at the time, I've never heard the word Circa before.
Right.
So I thought he made up. He made up the word. But then me and him had a falling out. Didn't talk for a while. Band continued.
Musicians.
We kept the name, and then we started. We were cool again. We started talking. I was like, "Where did you get Circa from?" And he was like, "Well, later, not too long after, I found out it was a time period. So this is pretty much a time period of sickness." But he was like, on the Michael Jackson album, Bad, it says circa 88.
Wow.
So pretty much we're named after a Michael Jackson album, honestly.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, so
Wow,
it's a fun story.
that is.
Actually, Michael Jackson was my first concert. I was like 7 or something like that in Staples
I'm jealous,
Center.
actually.
Yeah.
Yes was mine.
Yes, nice.
Yeah.
I wish I had some. Mine was San Diego State has like an open air amphitheater, so you can pay for a seat or you can like sit on the grass. And I think my first band I was ever in, we were in San Diego, so we went, and it was kind of like a bonding moment for the band and stuff. But it was Cracker opening.
Nice.
So that dates it right there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It was the 90s. It's Cracker opening, Gin Blossoms,
Wow.
and headlining with Spin Doctors.
Oh, dude, Spin Doctors are dope.
Yes, but the best part of the whole show, opening and in between every act, it's just this guy with like threads and a drum and just
Yeah.
singing like "It's a marvelous night for a moon dance," and he was the best freaking part.
Of the whole show.
Cracker came out,
Yeah.
I mean, they did what you expected. There really wasn't that big of a crowd, and they seemed to know it.
Yeah.
Gin Blossoms came out, played "Hey Jealousy," I shit you not, 4 times.
No way.
Yeah, like the record label must have been like, you need to play that more or something.
Wow.
It was weird. It's like, look, did they just keep playing? Like it was. They play, they do some songs, they'd go back to it. The coolest thing about their set was they had like this little frog with glowing eyes.
Nice.
They put on the front of the stage, and he was taking Polaroids and throwing them out to the crowd.
Oh, that's dude.
Yeah,
That's
and taking
cool.
Polaroids of the band, and I was like, all right, cool, that's cool. And then Spin Doctors came out. He did his leg thing. They did, all the Kryptonite and all that. Yeah, and the whole time, though, like at the very end, I'm like, we can do better than that.
Yeah, no doubt.
But yeah, it was eye opening because
That's funny.
I was like, concert, yeah,
Yeah.
right on, a real concert, and just to see like, oh, and now years later, having done music for a long time in this town and others, you're just like, yeah, doesn't matter how big the band is, they're just waiting around.
Yep.
And they get up, they give it all, and then they're like, where do we eat?
Yep, where do we
It's the
eat?
same shit.
You gotta poop next.
Yeah. I even like doing the interviews. I've had some people on that I was nervous, or I was just like kind of fanboying, and they're just all total stress cases about it.
Really?
I'm like, that this is a YouTube channel, right?
Right.
I've had people literally post like, going on Room 6, TV show. I'm like, no, this is not a TV show.
No.
If it was a TV show, I'd have commercials.
Right.
Country cornflakes, you country cornflakes, you country cornflakes, they're made from corn.
Pay this.
Right there's where the promo spot.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, pay this man.
I actually
Jack Daniels sponsor this man for me.
Yeah.
Right. I do want to give a shout out to my Patreon supporters. Thank you very much. You do make this
You're
happen.
everything.
If you want to support the channel, you want some merch, room6.shop, Patreon, you get some patron-only content as well as some cool perks, which I'll probably list here. Just go to patreon.com/room6. That's room, the number 6. Little as $1 a month, and you can, have my undying love and affection, but also you can help support the local scene. Any money that comes from Patreon or any merch sales goes either back into the channel to make better videos or to help support the local scene. I plan on eventually, when there's a budget for it, anybody who's watched one of my interviews probably knows this because I won't shut up about it. I want to put on a showcase for all the Room 6 alumni, like 5 at a time,
Nice.
and just be like, hey, are you available to do a showcase? You can, you can bring your merch. You'll play to all sorts of different, audience people and share a bill with all sorts of different musicians
Love that.
you wouldn't normally do, and I'll pay you.
Nice.
That's where the budget part comes in. That's where the budget part comes in.
Awesome.
'Cause
Do it, guys.
Yes, please. So,
$1 a month, baby.
venue only cares about how much you spend at the venue. The musicians, they want, they want to pay some bills and eat. So, that's what I'm hoping to do with that. So please support, and be supporting the local scene. Moving on. Now that the housekeeping's done,
Yeah.
here we go.
Looking good.
Oh yeah. See, well, that was a new one.
Yeah.
I haven't done that.
Well,
Bass player, right? Never
yeah,
mind.
bass player. We were on mushrooms one time a long time ago, and
Every great story starts with that.
I counted how many times I cracked my wrist in the night, and it was like, I don't even know, like 72 or something like that.
That's not good.
Probably
man.
good, yeah. I know. Broken my neck before in a car accident. Yeah.
Every now and then I get that, and I always think, is this the one? Is this the one?
This is the one. So I'm just gonna drop a sack of potatoes.
Sorry, tangent.
Hey, we're back.
Back to music. Yes, I'm probably gonna put in like, if you want to jump ahead to the, okay, up for grabs. Open question. Whichever one you know. First answer. Buzz in. Let's talk earliest musical influences. Okay.
Sure.
What is that first musical influence that you remember? Like, that's the one that got me thinking, I can do that, or I want to do that, or I want to learn that instrument, or I want to learn that genre, or whatever.
I had the last album, or the first album we did, and he just left anyway. A good friend of mine, Kyle. He's a singer guitar player back in the day, and we had a buddy named Corey Swindle who played drums. They needed a bass player. I didn't even know what a bass was. I was like 12. I was like, what is a bass? I don't know, whatever. I'll freaking buy one. Yeah.
Bass?
Yeah, exactly. So and then I saw Les Claypool play at I wasn't there at Woodstock '94. I saw it on MTV because that's when they used to play music. Yeah. So I saw him and I was like, well, I'm done. That's what I'm gonna do. And that was pretty much it. So
Les Claypool kind of set the bar high for you.
Yeah. He did.
That's kind of like watching, like Flea and expecting that's what bass playing is.
That's just how all of them play.
Right?
Nope. Bunch of talented.
You show up in a diaper, and you're like, what? We might as well. We'll finish this off.
Smack it out.
It's a run by Bruce break. How about you?
Earliest influences, first CD I ever bought was Sublime. What was it with What I Got on it?
I'm sorry.
And all that. First band I obsessed over.
Not a fan.
Korn. Life is Peachy, obviously, and Follow Leader. I think the first.
They also have a K in their name.
Yeah, right.
Hey.
But the first, when I was learning to play drums, it was Nimrod and Dookie from Green Day, any Nirvana song, and graduated to learning Dig from Mudvayne, and when I got a double bass pedal, and screaming and singing wise, I see my friend's older brother and his friend. This dude was just screaming out of a 212 cab for a guitar, and he had like a giant nose ring in his nose.
It takes, man.
And so for the longest time, if we heard like Zayo type screaming, like power violence and shit, we would just do this like that dude,
Yep, that must be what it is.
That's how you get that sound.
But 6 Feet Under, Graveyard Classics. My dad handed me that CD, and I was like 16. He's like, my buddy says you'll like this, and it has like covers of Black Sabbath just with Cookie Monster or AC/DC, Thunderstruck, just like
I have to. That's what I love doing this, especially the interviews, because I hear all these acts and names that I've never heard of,
Yeah.
and when I'm editing, I'm like, yep, make a note, check that out.
You need to do that.
And it's awesome. I don't have to even go bin diving or not bin diving, but with the records, what do you?
Just
What do they call that? Is it bin diving?
Maybe.
Anyway.
Dollar store bin,
Yeah, but I don't have to. I can just go on the interwebs.
right.
Awesome.
That's what that
So,
thing's for.
from earliest musical influence, what are you listening to now that jazzes you up and gets you in the mood to either write music or just rock out?
For me personally, the new, it was released in 2019, I think in October, but the Death Atlas by Cattle Decapitation, I think,
Okay.
I'm calling it, I think it's the best metal album that's been released in a while. It's that band has gone so far from where, I've seen them a bunch of times, 2005, 2006, and just to see where they are just sonically and technically, those guys are just on it. I love that.
Right on. You?
I listen to a lot of Dillinger Escape Plan, Botch.
Wait, say that again?
Dillinger Escape Plan?
Okay.
Botch. I listen to a lot of unsigned bands, like my buddy bands, or I go up to Oregon and Washington, meet a band, they're cool, just listen to a lot of unsigned artists, like Pariah was one, the old singer for Dim.
They've been on the show too.
Are they good?
Yeah.
They're great dudes. Mastiff, they're all locals, like I said, People's Whiskey I jam a lot. Balance of Power from Salt Lake City. So many bands. There's always the 08 Orchestra from Bakersfield, California.
Bakersfield.
Baco. Yeah. There's just a lot of unsigned bands, really. I'm just so done with everything else, honestly.
Yeah, again, I have a lot of bands that was like, hey, can you do a review? Mm-hmm. Which is awesome. Thank you. so many times I'm pleasantly surprised by, because I know a lot of times like I know nothing about them.
Yeah.
I know nothing, and I purposely do that. Like I'll say, okay, this band's on my radar. I'm purposely not going to listen to anything until I listen to what it is they want me to review. And after that, then I might go check out some of their older stuff if they have older stuff,
Right.
just to see like the progression or see like, well, oh, they they changed singers or they changed whatever. How's it different? But yeah, I don't know how I went through this long in life, but I until I met them and like did an interview with them and did reviews, I had never heard the Sciatics or the Sheiks of Neptune, and hearing their stuff, especially I got 2 albums of my own. Hearing their stuff, and you're just like, a lot of time got spent on this.
Yes.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
What have I been doing? I had the same response as anytime I ever see like Sting perform or
Right.
what am I doing? What am I doing with this instrument? Why am I not learning something new?
Yeah.
Or Dave Grohl. You're just like, why am I just sitting here? And it's because, well, I do this.
Yeah, no doubt. This is awesome.
I have a line of clothing that says "Make music, not excuses" for me, like to remind me. Turn around from the computer. There's a guitar wall and
Right there,
and a drum set, and like moving on. Want to talk about Want to talk about rum.
Rum, baby.
Here's to you and here's to me, and if ever we should disagree, then the hell with you and here's to me.
Yeah.
Pinky up because I have class out the ass. Right, that's the last shot. After that, we'll be moving on to the big cups.
Very nice.
I'm just kidding. We can do shots all night if you want. Crimson Riot holds the record for the longest interview, 2.5 hours.
Holy shit.
Because somebody's a chatty Cathy.
Yeah.
Looking at you, drummer boy. Her dad. Oh man, we the 4 of us split with shots a bottle of Jameson and emptied it.
Oh yeah.
And that interview was interesting to edit.
You're like,
There was a lot I had to cut out.
Yeah.
But still down to 2.5 because just
Anytime it's Jameson, it's James on.
right. All right, moving on. Wanted to talk about show memories. What is your favorite show memory? Now, obviously, as CirkaSik, you haven't done one yet, right?
Not yet.
So, what is your favorite show memory? Just at all performing where it was either like, I can't believe that happened. That was incredibly good. Can't believe he went to jail. Whatever.
There's been, I can write 3 books about all the road stories, and we haven't even played that many shows, honestly. I mean, compared to some of these bands, but for a long time, our old drummer and me would just shenanigans. Like,
Shenanigans.
he would get completely wasted all the time. Like, he would wake up and piss himself. Oh, dude, it was
Wow.
pissed on this guy's porch, and his wife like left him next time we were up there. It was,
Wait.
I'm not saying
might
that's
have caused
why.
the divorce.
I'm not saying that's why she
I'm-
left, but
I was
I'm
gonna say-
sure.
Because the way you said it made it sound like the wife left for the bass player.
Oh no,
He's marking his territory. He's like,
Yeah.
okay, here I
I'm coming. Let's go.
I'm taking the
But
piss.
no, I
Jesus.
mean, the last month of this guy, man, we didn't get home until 7 this morning.
Yeah.
We went out hard, and the singing.
Well, I
shit with that
appreciate
guy
you
in the back.
dragging your butt in here.
I mean, yeah, I'm like, got the shakes today.
Yeah.
Hey, I've seen that on the interwebs.
Hey,
Right?
the
Hey.
interweb.
Wow, picture. And
Words.
which you mentioned Mastiff. They're on the bill.
No, not this time. Madzilla and there are 2 guitar
Oh,
players.
right. Sorry.
There are 2 guitar players.
The last
were-
show with Mastiff and Pariah was one.
Yeah, that was our last show.
That's what.
Yeah,
that's
that
why I
was,
thought. Okay, so this is the show coming up. Again, by the time you watch this, it's going to be over. I apologize. It's just the way it is. I do a lot of videos.
Things take time to
They
edit,
do.
guys. Calm down.
But that
this
re-
man's working hard.
Thank you very much. But the review will have Madzilla. Who's the Society's
Volturum.
Infection?
Yep.
Volturum and Society's Infection.
They misspelled Society's. Anyway.
Did they?
I'm kidding. Society's Infection, Volturum, and then you guys at Triple B or Backstage Bar and Billiards. I remember seeing Volturum at Vamped.
Nice.
Um,
Haven't played there yet.
I
want to.
believe. Have you seen Volturum before?
I've not. But before I met this guy and our other singer fucked off, I contacted this guy about singing, but I think he just met Volturum or something like that, and he was like, "Oh, I can come over, and do this," but and then like a couple days went by. He was like, "Hey, I like this other band. I'm gonna stick with them." I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine, dude." But
Yeah, dance with
Luckily
them.
for me.
exactly.
Seriously.
Yeah, exactly. So
I'll tell you one
I
thing
mean,
about Voltarum that I remember. I may be misremembering. It was years.
Yeah.
There was alcohol. But I may be misremembering, but I think they're the band that had the guitarist with a white Flying V guitar and a white Flying V violin on his back. And
What?
And he does this at one point in his plays,
way.
and he goes back, and he solos.
That's
and
sick.
Okay.
if I'm right, it's amazing, and you're just like,
Yeah,
what am I
have seen
seeing?
that.
This is amazing.
Okay.
That's cool.
Right.
Good. Yeah.
So hopefully that's...
I made I did this show like this on purpose. A lot of people were hitting me up for shows out of town, and I got to apologize, but I didn't want people who have played a lot of shows this year because it's so weird with COVID right now.
Yeah.
It's hard to get a show.
It really is.
And I've never played with any of these bands before, so that's why I did this.
Oh, that's
show
awesome.
this
If you
way.
can, yeah, anytime you can do a
It's
show where
just-
you're like, I think it'll work, and I get to, yeah.
So I just wanted to meet new people, meet new bands, and like I said, man, like we haven't played a show since June, and that sucks. And I don't think a lot of these bands have played a lot of shows. I know, I didn't think they were playing any shows in the Society's Infection. I think they're playing like the freaking week before we play. So I was
Right on.
about that, but whatever. They're cool, man. I love punk rock music. I'm more of a punk rock than a metal guy. Just happen to write good metal
Now,
music.
see, knowing what Voltarum brings, I don't know what Madzilla sounds like.
They're fun.
Like
What-
melodic thrash.
Yeah.
Okay, so kudos to Society's Infection for saying, like, yeah, we want to be on that heavy
That
metal
metal
or
bit, yeah.
whatever, metal show.
Me and him talk all the time. We love the, like you were saying,
Yeah.
your thing, like a bunch of bands come together that usually wouldn't play together.
I love the
We love it,
eclectic
yeah.
I mean,
nature
We
of.
love that.
At
Yeah.
the time, I didn't like it because I was fronting an indie rock band, and we would do shows where it was like one guy on acoustic would open,
Right.
we would play, and then metal with makeup,
Wow.
glam metal would close,
Nice.
and I would run sound, and it would be like, okay, for you, all the treble
Oh.
goes up, all the bass goes down on the vocals, and they loved it. But it was just like, who's booking this? And now that I'm going and reviewing the shows, I'm like, this actually, it works.
Yeah, I like when stuff's there. If it's, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like going to like a brutal death metal show and it's just circle pits the whole time and it doesn't matter who's playing because I'm in the pit anyway, right?
Right.
But I think a great show, it's you get that eclectic, nobody just listens to one thing, I
Especially
think
these
genres should be dead if they're not dead already,
Yeah.
Well, I think the only point of genres is for you to find what you're looking for if you have a particular
Right.
thing you want.
Sure.
But certainly not gatekeeping or any of that bullshit.
Right, I hate
no.
that shit.
Yeah.
Like I only listen to metal.
Yeah. I have my arms crossed.
Oh, man.
This
Memories.
battle vest is my personality.
I'd be singing in that indie rock band, and we would keep getting these shows where we were sandwiched between metal bands. And I mean, like, metal like you,
Yeah.
metal like you're just like, I can't even hear what he's saying, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
And then I would get, we'd be up there in our little three-piece, and I'd be wearing shirts with funny sayings. I'd be totally not, I'd be looking like, some guy at a bar.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, it's a sea of what color?
Black.
With what? Safety pins. And I would just be walking through and be like, I'm the most metal fucker.
Yeah.
You guys are wearing the uniform. I'm wearing what I want. Oh, by the way, I gotta go do a thing on stage. I miss it.
I remember right before, it was a couple years before COVID, I went and saw OTEP actually, with some band from San Diego. I wish I could remember what they're called. They were cool, but I'm looking around and then I realized me and my friend were literally the only dudes in there not wearing black t-shirts, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. So now you can sport these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I wish, what I would love to see is like right in the middle of a pit of just sea of black is some dude in like a bright pink tutu and just rocking it,
Right.
and like a spiked, big old mohawk.
Yeah.
And people are, and he's just like, yeah, going for it. And people are, whatever, dude, go for it. Bright pink,
Do your thing, yeah.
bright pink Doc Martens, go for it. Sure, whatever.
Okay. Get it.
Fucking doing the Macarena to the breakdown.
The bodies hit the floor.
Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para dar la alegría y cosas buenas. Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena.
All right, moving on.
All right.
Yeah, go. We talked about show memories. I want to talk about venues. What's your favorite Vegas venue, either seeing or performing, and why?
Well, I mean, there are some really good venues. A lot of them have closed, unfortunately. We always loved LVCH.
LVCS.
LVCS, yeah.
Yes.
That place was great.
It was great if there was a crowd.
Yeah, if it wasn't, it was an empty box.
And,
But,
the reverb.
oh yeah, just, there was like nothing.
I went to the sound guy and stood there as the band was sound checking. I'm like, is there anything you can do? He said, no, that's just the way it is,
Nope,
man.
that's what
Because
it
it's a
is.
wall of glass.
Yep.
And
And
giant.
concrete.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
And oh, by the
High
way,
ceilings and shit.
big old, yeah, but that place was made for line dancing.
That place sucks. That place went under. But I mean, Triple B's is amazing. The atmosphere in that
I
place
was
is
amazed
fucking
they
great.
stayed open.
So was I, actually. I heard a couple of rumors that were thankfully not true, that they were going to close, but so far so
Yeah.
good.
Oh, what was the other place that closed that I used to go to?
Shine Saloon was amazing.
Thank you, because we were talking, and
That's my
I had
first and only DUI.
I triggered a memory. I think it was adrenaline at the time.
Yeah,
Shine Saloon became adrenaline.
yeah.
Shout out Rick Eubank.
Yeah,
You tried, buddy. You tried. I remember doing like one of the last show they did with my indie rock band called The Suspense, and I think you guys were headlining.
Oh, really?
But I had to get up early, and at the time my kid, she's 13 now, but she was
Nice.
a single digit age.
Right.
Daddy had to get home,
Right.
and I couldn't stay.
Right.
I think that's what it was. But I remember just like the second it was your turn, crowd.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause-
Hey, I mean, Vegas is a hard place, man. It like any given show, it'd be 100 people or it could be freaking 3 people. It doesn't.
Right.
It's just so weird. There's so much shit like battling back and forth. There's always something going on in Vegas, and usually people just have torn fucking 5
Oh
minutes.
God, you could play you could play the same bar every week, and then you tell them, "Oh, but I'm moving to that bar down the street next week."
Mhm.
No,
Yeah.
This is where's
So-
I got my lucky slot machine or whatever.
Right here. Yeah, it ain't over there. It's here. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, there's good times at a lot of venues here.
I checked out a show at Rockstar Bar the other night.
I still haven't been.
That's a clean venue, great design. I love the atmosphere, like the comfy chairs. The sound guy was good. The bands are cool. The crowd, it filled in
Well,
a little
it's tourists,
bit.
right?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure. I went
Isn't
not
it
knowing
on
that
the
big.
Wait, where is it? Isn't
Golf.
It's right it's right next to the golf place.
Oh, right near Top Golf.
Is it Top Golf?
It's
I don't honestly know.
it's right next to the airport.
Top Golf.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the place where
Yeah.
they got like the
driving shit.
the midnight and the day glow and the
I
stuff. Yeah.
smoked a joint, watched them play, hit some balls, for like an hour before the show started, and they got great beer there. I would love to play there.
Right on.
Yeah, I had a good time. I missed the headliner because I was doing good, I was maintaining, and then this guy handed me a drink.
Oh,
and,
yeah, you told me about that.
And I fucking took like 2 sips, and I was like, "Oh, I'll not be right back," and I just
See?
went and puked my guts out, man.
Yeah, and eventually, unfortunately, if you drink enough, you start learning like where that limit is.
I was good until I got the drink I didn't pay for, dude. I was good.
Yeah,
And then,
that's
but-
the fun of being in a band is
I'm gonna
sometimes.
Bill Cosby you.
Oh,
No, I don't think it was
wow.
nothing like that. I did end up sleeping in my car until about 4 a.m, so I wasn't being irresponsible. But.
Only once have I actually the bar and my work were literally around the corner from each
Nice.
other, and literally within stumbling distance, and my car was parked right across the street from the bar, and I was like, I can't drive home, so I'll sleep in my car and I'll go to work the next morning.
Nice.
And the whole day I was just leaning against her, and I was Al Bundy. I sold shoes at the time.
Nice.
I was like, that's a good shoe.
That's
Just
great.
leaning against the display and just be like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
But that was the only that and 1 or 2 other times where I'm not proud. Like either time got lost.
Oh yeah.
Those stupid things you do when you're younger and you're like,
Oh.
hey, this is that decision I need to make. When do I maybe I need to stop that. So I don't. There are certain things I don't drink anymore, and there are certain things there are certain amounts I don't do anymore.
Yep.
We need to learn both of those.
An older lady I met at a convention years ago. I was probably 24, 25, and she's like, "I know you. She's like,
Oh no.
and I was like, what? And she's like, you need a number. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, you need a number. She's like, you pick a number. I don't care if it's 5 or 10 drinks, but you stick to that number. And that lady changed my life. So now I pick a number of
So
how
she-
many
she-
drinks.
She knew you because you were there drinking all the time? Is that it?
No, I just think she like knew my type.
Yeah.
Okay.
My type, like,
It's still
because I
weird.
drink real fast. Yeah, she weirded me out. I was at like a tech trade show, so they're at spurging out.
Wow, that's really weird. Just out of nowhere.
Yeah, and she just walks up to me. I think, what was that bar?
I thought you were gonna say, "You need a number. Here's mine."
Yeah. Oh, hey, that's a good one. Hey,
oh,
maybe
God.
she was trying. No, she was like being nice. She was like, yeah, you can drink fast and all this or whatever. She was.
So
her
she must have
thought
been watching
process
you
was,
just.
Yeah.
to pound these drinks. She's like, you need to know when to stop, and so you pick a number, whether it's 4 or 6, and you stay true to that,
Yeah.
and then you don't get in trouble.
See, for me, one of the things that helped me, I didn't realize it was gonna be a self-help thing, but one of the things that helped me was, I literally didn't have enough money to drink the way I wanted to.
Right.
So it was just like, all right, well, here's what I can afford tonight. Boom.
Right.
Somehow, I don't know how, but I've always been the kind that if I have cash, it's gone.
Oh, yeah,
If I have a
yeah.
debit card, I gotta think about it.
Yeah.
Because you get a few overcharges, or you
Right.
get a few,
Oh, been there,
like, we've dipped into your savings or whatever. It suddenly becomes this thing. And even to this day, like, if there's cash in my pocket, daddy's eating out,
Yep.
daddy's whatever, it's like, there you go. And it's always this, like, I have to shove it in, like, the ashtray or something real quick. So
Nice.
for emergency money, because if it's in my wallet,
Gone.
it's gone, especially if alcohol's involved or food
Yeah.
or junk food or whatever. You're just like,
Same.
Alcohol's a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
oh god. I have a hard enough time at work. We have one of those snack machines where there's an app and you can like
Oh,
preload
yeah.
money.
Yep.
And I'm always hitting the snack and just like, yeah, I got money. Let's burn it.
That's
Pop Tarts. All right, cool.
Why not?
All right, moving on. We talked about favorite venues. Want to talk about gear?
Gear.
Yes. Now, drummer's not here, so this won't take forever.
Exactly. Exactly.
The drummer, you ask, how many do you have in your living room? But I want to talk. What are you currently rocking when you rock a show? And I want to start with you actually. Since are you just showing up and singing with whatever they have?
I'm gonna bring my mic,
Which is
I believe a Sennheiser.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't remember the model. I got it years ago.
and
but-
did you choose that Sennheiser? Like you
Yeah.
said, I want a Sennheiser, or that was
yeah, I had one when I was younger, and
because I've heard people that love it, and I've heard people that
Yeah.
can't stand them.
I love it.
Right on.
And and then I don't know if it seems pretentious to bring my own mic. I haven't been in the scene in a while.
No, especially after COVID.
After COVID, that's
Yeah.
what I'm
You
thinking.
take your own
Right, like
Like otherwise, you see them up there. They spray it with a thing before you go
Oh yeah,
sing.
Will they?
Yeah.
Shit, I didn't.
No, I saw it at Triple P, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
that's cool though.
Now, whether they do it in between each act, I don't know. But I did see them at the
In
beginning.
the
of the first
beginning,
act.
yeah.
I was busy, busy filming, and writing notes and stuff.
Shit.
Sure.
But I bring a mic. I would bring a mic to my shows because at one point I was like after a show I was hanging out with another musician friend, seeing other musicians play, and she was asked to get up and sing. It was one of those type of shows. It was just like, hey, so and so's here, get up
on up.
and they're doing covers that everybody knows. And she gets up to sing, and she says, "There's food on the mic."
Yeah.
And on a live mic, she says that.
Gross.
And I was like,
Shit.
that's why I bring my own.
There you go.
I sing through a EV Electrovox, I think it is.
Okay.
EV, it's just a little brighter than a ST58,
Nice.
and something about, I'm a baritone normally, so it helped me like cut through a lot of the band, especially when we were 7-piece at one point. But how about you? What are you rocking on the bass?
I got Ampeg, pretty much everything. I have 215s I bought from an old band called Industry. Adam Taylor, he's one of
Remember that
mine.
name? Yeah.
Yeah, he's a long time ago. I bought that bass cap from him 20 years ago.
20 years.
Yeah, 20 years. So that I like the Ibanez's that I have. It's an Ergodyne discontinued model actually, but it's a small neck. It's super nice. I like it so much that one of them got my one got screwed up, like the frets. I don't know what the hell we got blackout drunk for one of my birthdays, and the frets were just sticking up like forks. So I took it to Cowtown. Old, if you've heard of Cowtown.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know if they're around anymore. Honestly.
They are, I believe, closed.
Shit, that sucks.
Yeah.
They're a good spot.
They're over by Sam's Club.
he,
Sam's Club. Sam Ash.
He charged me like a couple $100, dude, but I love that bass so much I did it. And then on the way out, like I said, it was discontinued. They had one on the wall, and I bought that one too, so I got 2 of them now. And then I found a 5-string, because we were doing 5-string songs for a little bit, and then I bought that out of the internet for like $500. So I got 2 4s and a 5.
Yes.
Originally wanted a Warwick, but the double buck played like shit, honestly. I thought it was going to be really nice, but the Corvette might be a bit better. I'm not honestly sure, but when the one I played, I was like $300 short on anyway, so I was like, fuck it. And then I walked out, and then I saw that the Ibanez's gunmetal is just like my style. It sang to me, so.
Voice.
I rock it.
Yeah, every guitar up in room 6 on the wall is like $200 or less, like on purpose. But every single one spoke to me in some way, and
nice.
I'm actually going to move on to my next question, which leads to this. Let's talk about lost gear. You ever lose gear, and what's the story? Like at a show or just whatever?
Well, we're on the road. I hear all too often, unfortunately, some scumbag steals everyone's equipment. So what we do is we try to find if we get a hotel room or we stay at a buddy's house or whatever, we take our stuff in the house every single time.
Right on.
And we don't leave it in the truck. Or if we do leave it in the truck, one of us sleeps in the truck that night.
Right on.
Or the van.
Here's a tip. It's not that expensive. I don't remember exactly how much it is, but it's totally reasonable. I want to say like $10 or less or something like that. Tile. You ever hear of tile?
Mm-hmm. Tile that.
Yeah, it's this little tiny sticker thing. You can slap it on a thing, and then on your phone, and there's a whole like a community. You can say, "Hey, where is this?"
Where's that shit?
And the community will find it.
What?
And within a certain amount of space. Yeah, I actually had some sponsor spots for them for a while.
Nice.
And but now that I don't play out, I was like, I don't need them.
Yeah,
but, no, you can. It's like you can put it on your phone case. Yeah. It's small enough. It's just this little round dot, I think, and they also have you can I think they have a little keychain thing. You can like, where's my keys?
Yeah,
you can find it.
I had that one.
But yeah, so and unlike
would have worked for that.
Unlike Find My Phone, which the phone has to be on.
Yeah,
it's just it has to be on the thing.
Right.
So it's something that I've tried to start mentioning to musicians who are like,
that's a good idea.
You're going on the road. This happens, of course. So there's my helpful tip to any musicians out there that don't know about it. Tile, T-I-L-E. Look it up, and it's I've heard good stories. That's all I can say.
Nice.
And it's like so inexpensive, and not only that, it's so easy. It's literally peel and stick. And then download the app, and there's no calibration or anything like that. So
right.
Right, like if you lost your keys, you could even on the app be like, click your keys, and then it's all does a little chirp tone thing, and you can like listen for it. And you're like, oh, it's over here. Yeah. At least I had like the little square tile one. It was like this thing.
Oh, okay.
And it would actually have like a little chirp tone, like when you
That's
it was
cool.
Yep. Awesome.
Nerding out.
Sponsor me, Tile.
Hey.
You.
Yes.
Ever lose gear? I mean, now you're just singing, so...
Yeah, there's not much to lose. I did lose a microphone back in a long time ago. I was working at Albertsons and let someone borrow it, and I never got it back.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the time, I wasn't using it that much, so I hope they made good use of it.
Right.
You know who you are.
I had a guitar I miss so much. And it was I used to work at a pawn shop. And it came out for sale, and part of my job was I was assistant manager. My job was to price it based on eBay and stuff. And I would open it up. I opened it up, and I was like, "What is that?" It was my first ever. I'd never seen a 0-nut guitar. You ever seen those? Okay, so instead of a fret on the end, strings just.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Gotcha, yeah, I got you.
And it just makes a difference, and you're like, "What's different? What's going on?" The bridge was like giant spring kind of thing.
Nice.
Yeah, like it was, not the bridge really, but the whammy. But it was this all mechanical gear thing, and the whammy bar started like this and ended like that thick.
No way.
So you're just like wow,
Dude, it's cranking it.
And it was this 1965 Teisco Del Rey.
Wow.
Which apparently, like every single Teisco ever made, was different. So some of them had different switches and different knobs, and they're like every single one apparently. And it was green, which apparently was the rarer color. And I got it. It was like 100 and something.
Nice.
$150, 165. Even today, if you look them up online, that's all they're worth. But I loved it.
Exactly.
And it was
That's what
it was
matters.
a short neck, which is what you said it triggered my memory about it. And it had a custom case for it. Beauty. Played a Battle of the Bands at Hooters Casino. We've all done Battle of the Bands, right?
Yep.
Free entertainment.
Yep.
And I put it down in the parking lot.
Oh shit.
And I got home and I said, I really just did that, didn't I? And I never saw it again. And that's my lost gear story. After that.
Anybody seen it? Give it back
No,
to us.
it's decades. But the only
somewhere.
other thing I lost was like within a band kind of thing. Is once the band broke up, it's like, hey, I think I'm missing a mic stand. You know?
Right.
And like, whatever. You know?
I forget cables. Sometimes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
forgot
But
one of my wireless. I rock a Shure wireless now. I had a different audio tech or something like that. I left the wireless out in California or some crap. I don't even know.
jeez.
I left
Yeah.
a Tama Rockstar with the fusion mounting kit and a Gibraltar rack with a ton of cymbals,
Oh, you were just talking
mixed
about the other
in with a Roland TD6 electronic kit that I had this, Frankenstein kit.
Right.
I left at a rehearsal space / luthier shop in Sacramento. I was rehearsing with this guy who presented himself as, I won't say who it is, but
Spill the tea, son.
yeah, he presented himself as a full band, right, from Portland,
Oh,
and then
no.
but it turns out it was just him, and all the guys are in Portland. So I rehearsed with him, and he's like has his pre-recorded tracks on his pedal, and he's barely even playing, and then I had a baby, and I left my drum set there, and it was cheap. It was like $10 a week or something, but I didn't see the guy for like a year, after my daughter was born. But I would call, like, leave a message, you never return it, or to return my call, and then, like,
Never a good sign.
literally 5 years later, I just I didn't have a car for a while, my car broke down, and so it was tough, and I finally made it over to his new location, not the guy who invited me but the guy who was charging us for the space.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Oh, it's long gone." And I brought 2 joints, just to, like end this chapter.
Right.
So I'm like, let's smoke this joint.
Joints is currency.
Yeah. and I'm like, so whatever happened to my drum set? And he's like, it's long gone, man. And I'm staring at my kick drum. I can see my pillow.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, nothing else is there, but I'm staring at him. So I'm like, so what happened to it? And he's like, yeah, it's long gone, man. I'm like, he's like, he was gonna close down shop. Anyway, I got had by some.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Say, man.
Yeah.
Didn't even buy you dinner.
No.
Jeez.
No.
Wow.
Common decency of a reach around, goddamn.
Dude.
You're the kid. I won't do the line. Okay, so from the lows of lost gear to the highs of dream gear, is there any Wayne's World moment dream gear that you someday you'll be mine? Anything you're lusting
I
after?
mean, I'm thinking about getting a new bass amp right now, and I've heard Dark Glass is very nice. So I'm thinking
I haven't
about
heard of them.
Dark Glass. I think they're a newer company, but
Out of where, do you know?
I don't. But I had one guy. We played at the Alamo. What's up, Kirk?
Remember the album?
Yeah. There was a band that kind of played our style, and I was, we always go in, and we're like, hey, you guys sound fucking great, blah, blah, blah. So he had a Dark Glass amp, and they're smaller. Heads are only this big, dude. My SVT right now that I have is, like a tank, man.
Bass, yeah. Any bass gear, if it can be smaller.
Yeah. So, and I have 810s in the cabinet, so everything's heavy as shit.
Yep.
And you ever been to the Alamo? Anybody? Stairs are vertically like this.
Yeah, they hate musicians. I've heard they hate musicians about no
Oh,
ramp, no. That was one thing about Adrenaline.
Yeah.
Like Rick had a ramp.
Yep.
I remember we were going in
You
there
get a ramp, yeah.
such a-
Like, what?
wow.
Yeah.
That actually was the impetus for me to finally put wheels on my half stack.
Yep.
Is that
Have
right?
to.
That was because of that ramp. Like,
That's awesome.
We can wheel this.
yeah. And then they had to close. Anyway, go ahead. You were saying.
Oh no, I was done.
Oh,
No, yeah,
so you're lusting currently after
just
new
a,
head.
like a whole stack. Screw it.
Oh,
all.
okay. Oh, so you would totally change out everything.
Yeah, just
Right on.
just to buy one.
I mean,
see how
of
they
course,
sound.
there's always just the rack-mounted option playing
Right.
through the system.
Yeah.
There's a band that I've reviewed. I'm trying to get them to interview, but COVID screwed everything up. Revolta. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Revolta, yeah, they're good friends
Yeah.
of ours.
And you go and watch, and you're like, where's all their amps.
Yeah.
Because it's all on the rack,
Yep.
and it's so balanced.
Yeah.
And the drummer specifically sets apart a little bit. And I was listening to that Club 702 in Rio.
Yep.
I think it was 702 was the name of it.
Yep.
Yeah, and I remember just going like, this sounds like a freaking record. Like,
Yeah.
this is amazing. And I went and I'm looking at it and I'm going like, how? What? Yeah.
Huh?
And I started talking to Leo and he's just like, oh yeah, it's all rack mounted, man. It's all through the system. And I was just like, why isn't everybody
What?
doing this?
Yeah.
Because
No heavy gear.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've had a bass player who had me pick up his stuff and go to
Oh shit.
it's not open. I think it was Slayer's Club or it's in one of the it's in what is now the SLS, I think, the casino,
Okay. Yeah.
or what was
Sahara.
yeah, it was this here.
Yeah.
Stage is this high. Camera can't see it, but it's basically 4 feet maybe off the ground.
Oh, just had to bear that
Because
motherfucker.
it literally was like you had to go outside of the venue,
Yeah.
go through a door and get on stage. It was it was ridiculous. Or you just climb up the front of the
Yeah,
stage.
Why not?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They had a curtain. I'll give them that.
that's
Nice.
cool. Hey, they tried.
We it was a ugly Christmas sweater thing, and I had like a because of time being short and it was a last minute gig. I had a women's Christmas sleeveless vest
Nice.
with no shirt on underneath.
Yeah.
It's playing,
Oh, yeah.
last Christmas I gave you my heart, and the very next day you gave it away. Yeah, and the band's looking at me just like, all right, dude, whatever. Like I said, yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this song. It's great.
Do you, brother?
That's awesome.
And we won. No, just
Did
kidding.
that?
Have you heard or checked out the Quad Cortex Neural DSP? It's the
This is bass gear.
this is like amp modeling.
I'm afraid not. I'm like, unfortunately, my focus has shifted over the last couple of years to video and mics and stuff. You know,
Dude, it's,
video and
it's
lighting.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's like like an amp VST, but in a thing, and like instead of a rack of gear, it's literally this
It's like a
big,
little
Right.
box.
and you got your chain of you want mic and speaker placement, and you can change your
Right.
tones and shit. Pull like you can dial it in on a computer and then load your profile in there. It uses impulse responses and shit. It's cool.
See, there's this part of me, the right side of my brain says, yeah, that's really awesome, and that would be awesome at a show. And there's the left side, or the other side says, but vamped. But like, you know,
Yeah.
there's the thing, and you want to feel it through
Yeah.
your legs and
Yeah.
everything. You know,
Yeah.
there's that moment of just like, you know, and you're everything vibrates.
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, you're like, yeah. Have you ever had this moment like right before you're gonna be done? You're like, oh, we gotta pack this stuff up.
Yeah. That's
yeah,
the worst.
I used to do 4-hour cover gigs
Oh, really?
with a band, and literally every time the last break, I'd remember, oh yeah,
Oh, shit. Here we are.
and I still gotta do another set.
That's why I don't play drums anymore.
Yeah,
Fucking
Dude,
sick of that shit.
drummers.
I was the
Now,
singer.
now I just help.
And I was the singer, but I played rhythm guitar as well. But yeah, I was still I brought the sound gear. It was just like crap. All right, what about you? Dream gear.
I
mean, it's a little different for singers, but
Yeah, I'm just
Purple dildo we can sing into.
Britney Spears.
Yeah.
fucking. I was working on my bedroom studio for a few years, and maybe I wanna get a subwoofer. I got a Focusrite. I use Ableton. I got a Aston Stealth. It's like the competitor to like the Shure SM7B, but it has a preamp in it, and which I don't use, so I'm not sure why the guy sold me on not getting what everyone else is using. But I like having the different thing. It does like different. So I that was my dream gear, and I got let go from my last job, and so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get all one piece at a time, and I built this studio up and stuff.
Nice studio.
Yeah, and we get work done in there. To be honest, I don't know just to nerd out on like synthesizer stuff. I really like the Rolly Seaboard you can it's like a rubber keyboard, and you can like bend a note just by dragging your shit down or like press it, and it goes. It's like
nice.
5 dimensions of expression and shit.
That sounds dangerous.
It's amazing. That's actually my just for it's fun. I had the little one and I lost that.
I feel a little bulge coming out.
Yeah,
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, moving on from lost gear to dream gear. I want to talk about. We're almost done. I want to finish up with advice. Normally, I say, what would you say to some new musician who says, "How do I be like you?" And you know, what advice do you wish someone had given you? Instead, what I'd like to say is, what advice do you wish you could give yourself when you started out in music?
Fucking don't play. You should continue to play sports.
Fuck sports.
Fucking being in a band's like having 3 other girlfriends.
Oh, they're
It's
sporting so hard.
Yeah.
yeah.
Look at them sport that ball.
Oh, look at that.
Go team. They do the thing with the shoes.
No,
They
but-
touch that.
They
but-
put shoes on, right?
Right.
I don't.
But no, seriously, like, what's one piece of advice that you wish that you had to learn the hard way and you wish that you had known?
Don't take it so hard. There will always be a next time.
Yep.
Except COVID.
Good. No, fuck that.
Keep on keeping on.
Yeah. I mean, don't drink so much before the shows.
Never
Wait till
drink
after.
before a show.
Right.
Maybe a shot or two, but don't get
Yeah,
stupid
don't get
until
stupid.
after.
Yeah.
Don't
I've
celebrate.
done that too.
I think Dave Grohl said it best. When you start bringing the bottle of whiskey to the stage,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
time to maybe stop.
I would, for a long time, at Triple B's even, they told us to stop this, unfortunately, because I loved it. And I think it works better for them anyway, the bartenders. I would bring a bottle of JMO with me, put a pour spout on it, and pour people shots from the bar when I'm playing.
I could see why they would say, maybe not. Yeah, that's a
But-
bad precedent.
Yeah, but I'm like, well, I mean, people, when they drink more. So after that, they can go to their bar and buy more drinks.
Yeah, but that's
But
why
I
you,
understand.
as the singer, would be like, hey,
Go tip your bartenders.
no, hey, toast. You know,
Oh, there
hold up
you
your
go,
drinks. And they're like, oh, my drink's empty. I gotta go get more.
Yeah.
You know, or be like, hey, this next one's gonna be slow, so now go take care
go
of
with
Tiffany
that.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's go get your drinks, because the next one's gonna be rocking. Something like that. But all right. How about?
There's a lot, honestly. There's a lot of advice that I would give myself.
No, but that's a good one.
Yeah.
Because like, drinking is fun, kids.
Don't take it too far.
But when you're trying to play
A show.
unorthodox, difficult written songs with precision goes right out the window once alcohol gets involved.
Yes, it does.
It
Yes,
suddenly
does.
becomes what feels good, and unfortunately,
Doesn't always sound good.
all those hours of practice. Yeah, this was the moment. This is your moment that you blew.
You blew it.
There's time to party afterwards.
Yep.
I can remember same 4-hour cover band gig. We would go out to Lake
That's a
Mead
long time.
and sailors. Oh God, he knows. Father-in-law's over there. Sailors love them some alcohol,
Oh yeah.
and they love the dancing. Oh, brown-eyed girl. Holy shit.
Oh, damn.
Mustang Sally and shots. Hey, the band likes shots because I'm always thinking as the front man, like, venues want the sales.
Yeah, one second.
And also, we want booze. So, I remember shots happened at the beginning, during a break. And 3 songs in, I suddenly realized, I don't remember playing those 3 songs.
Yep,
I hope I did good.
Yeah.
But they were having a good time. It was, it was all easy covers. And I'm playing rhythm guitar and singing. And it was all stuff we'd done for years. And just like, I'm sure it went fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, it was like Crazy Clearwater or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just like having such a good time. Suddenly you're like, oh,
Where am I at right now?
fuck. Yeah. So learn from my mistakes.
Yeah.
How about you? Advice to younger you.
Keep on going. Don't stop believing.
Okay, Journey.
Yeah, right.
I stopped believing the other day. Journey's gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
Right. There's
I'm not happy.
there's always more. Don't be so hard on yourself. Fucking practice more. Don't worry about the scene. Build your own community.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
I wish personally that now I'm all about supporting the local scene. I wish that I had supported it more when I was, part of the scene as a member of a band.
Hard,
Because, well, I mean, so how many times have you said, "Oh man, we got a show," I'd love to come, but we got a show.
Right. Million times.
You know, and then it suddenly becomes, oh, I'm sorry, we got we got a show tomorrow. I can't, or you know, whatever. I wish that I had listened to, like, there's always that voice in the back of my head that's like, every time you go, you have a good time, and something good always comes out of it.
Yeah.
You need to go. You need to go, and it's not work. You have a good time.
Right.
It's the effort. It's like once I'm at the gym, you know, yeah, I'm glad I came.
Right.
Once I'm at
Getting
work,
there.
you know, getting to work. It's the getting up off your ass
Yeah.
and going. That's the hard part, and it's so worth it. If
It
COVID
is.
taught us anything, quarantine taught us anything.
Take advantage of every day.
Yes, and live music is, you never know what's going to happen, and it's usually good, in a good way, but also, you know, TV's always going to be there. Movies are always,
TV
Netflix
don't
is
miss
always
it.
going to be there. Just take opportunities when you can to build your memory.
Meet people, have some drinks, have a good time.
Be real, be yourself, be positive. Share the love.
This
Spread
happened in the
love.
past.
Yes.
Don't
Time travel.
don't be one of those guys standing in the back, too cool to fucking smile. Like,
Oh,
fucking,
God.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
those guys.
Like, just don't be that guy ever.
The metal community.
You
Right.
know? Just be.
Oh, I
normal.
always have mad respect for whether they're just totally drunk off their ass or they are just like, I'm going to freaking yeah. And there's that one guy at Triple B. This happens all the time. There's like one guy in the front of the stage just going for it on my own mosh pit,
Yeah.
and then everybody's just like, all right, buddy,
All right,
here we
you
go.
do
You
you.
start getting into it. Yeah, I always love that. Like
Yeah.
that's the dude who you're just like, I'm
We need
gonna
more
buy.
of that dude.
Yeah.
Right.
Clone him.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why I wish
In
my
mosh
brother could
pits,
come to the show. He's usually that guy for me.
Yeah.
Right on.
In mosh pits, we played a Metal Fest down in California with Dillinger and everybody like that, big time. But we would go in these mosh pits and get stickers. We'd carry stickers everywhere with us, and you'll see them around town. And
I've seen
all
I've seen your posts where it's like stickers.
we just ditched an old TV at Crazy Horse 2 last night. But we'll put them in the mosh pit. Well, you know, the fucking circle pit, stick a sticker on the back, and just keep going. Next thing you know, everyone has a sticker on them, but everyone thinks they don't.
That's awesome. And they wake up in the morning and they're like,
Yeah. Where the fuck is this sticker?
when did I get it? Oh, I got a sticker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep. We have.
All right. Well, with that, we're gonna take a quick little break here, and then you're gonna see music video.
Music video.
And since we're gonna see the music video, I'm gonna do my outro now. So I want to thank CirkaSik for coming on the show. It was a great interview, and hopefully a great music video.
Yeah.
If you want to be on the show, hit me up with the link down below. Contact me on one of my many social media pages. Yes. Also, if you want to, support the channel, room6.shop, Patreon, all that stuff. It's down there. Click the link. Help support the local scene. Other than that, if you want to see more videos like this, please, well, no, don't click up here yet because it won't be there.
Nah.
We're going to see a music video. But I just lost the thread.
Room 6.
Room 6, baby.
Remember to be amazing, and we'll see you next time on Room 6. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank
Have a
you.
beautiful time.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Yeah. Nailed it.
Oh, fade out on that. That's awesome.